Tash Delek and welcome to Tibet This Week, a weekly news edition on Tibet, His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Central Tibetan Administration. Let's have a look at today's headlines. His Holiness the Dalai Lama grants audience to the leadership of Central Tibetan Administration. Sikyong attends the Golden Jubilee anniversary of Kollegal Dhondenling Tibetan settlement in South India. The 9th International Conference of Tibet Support Groups commences in Brussels, Belgium. Kalon Norzin attends Golden Jubilee celebration of Sambhota Tibetan School in Kollegal. Tibetan culture showcased at National Multicultural Festival in Canberra. Tibet Support Group in Japan holds its annual meeting. On Monday this week, during the invocation of the state oracles at His Holiness the Dalai Lama's residence in Dharamshala on the auspicious 10th day of the Tibetan Lunar New Year, His Holiness granted an audience to the leadership of the Central Tibetan Administration, comprising Speaker Khenpo Sonam Tempel, Sikyong Pempatsiring, Justice Commissioner Tenzin Lungdok, Kalon Thalam Doma Changra, and Kalon Gyari Doma. On Tuesday this week, His Holiness the Dalai Lama presided over the first day of the 4-day Gelong ordination ceremony for the fully ordained monk at his residence in Dharamshala. A total of 288 candidates were fully ordained during the 4-day ceremony. On Thursday this week, the 9th International Conference of Tibet Support Groups commences in Brussels, Belgium from 22nd to 25th February. Yesterday, the Speaker Khenpo Sonam Tempel of the Tibetan Parliament in Exile, Sikyong Pempatsiring, and Kalon Norzin of the Department of Information and International Relations arrived at Brussels Airport and were warmly welcomed by the Tibetan community led by Representative Rinzhi Chuden Genkang and Secretary Tile Wangdu from the Office of Tibet Brussels and Pandit Siring, President of Belgium Tibetan Community. In the evening, the Central Tibetan Administration hosted a dinner reception to welcome the participants of the 9th International Conference of Tibet Support Groups at Thon Hotel, Brussels City Centre in Belgium. The event also featured Tibetan cultural performances by Tibetan community in Brussels.
Urge all participants to actively engage in the discussions, workshops, and sessions that will follow from tomorrow onwards, because your insights, experiences, and perspectives are invaluable in shaping our collective efforts. Let us harness this gathering to bolster our resolve, deepen our understanding, and forge ahead in our steadfast commitment to the Tibetan people.
The conference opened this morning with a welcome address by Mekula Speksa, President of Tibet Interest Group, European Parliament, followed by a message from His Holiness the Dalai Lama, was read out by Kalon of Department of Information and International Relations of Central Tibetan Administration, video message by Ms. Heidi Hotela, Vice President of European Parliament, an inaugural address by Dr. Hans-Gert Pöttering, former President of European Parliament, and finally, keynote address by Sikyong of the Central Tibetan Administration.
The third point we make is, why is China not asking other countries to say that other regions are part of China, but why only Tibet is part of China? That is because the Chinese government knows that they have no legitimacy of their rule in Tibet. And they are trying to seek that legitimacy from the international community. As we hear about their statements in the United Nations and all that, they keep saying no country recognizes Tibet. Now, who made that happen? It's China, who forced every country to repeat what they want them to say. So we have to change that.
After the inaugural ceremony, the plenary session was started on the theme of briefing on current situation inside Tibet, political advocacy and support for Tibet, global advocacy against CCP, prospects and challenges, and followed by open forum with Sikyong. The final day will show an adoption of conference declaration and action plans chalked out by Tibet support group members. The conference is being convened by the Tibet Interest Group, European Parliament, and co-hosted by International Campaign for Tibet, Europe, and facilitated by Office of Tibet, Brussels, and Department of Information and International Relations of Central Tibetan Administration. One of the largest Tibetan settlements in South India, Dhondenling Tibetan settlement in Kollegal, celebrated its Golden Jubilee anniversary in the presence of the chief guest, Sikyong and special guest, Kalon of the Department of Information and International Relations on 17 February. Sikyong delivered the keynote address during the celebration of the founding anniversary. Sikyong implored the gathering to translate the advice of His Holiness the Dalai Lama into action and apprise the 16 Kashaks and deviants to garner international support for the quick resolution of Tibet-China conflict through the policy of middle way approach. During the celebration, Kollegal Tibetan Settlement Officer Gelek Jungne read the message of His Holiness the Dalai Lama for the Golden Jubilee celebration, in which His Holiness emphasized the primary objectives of establishing Tibetan settlements for the integration of Tibetans and preservation of Tibetan traditions in exile. The message further implored exiled Tibetans to avoid factionalism and remain united like those inside Tibet who, despite Chinese Communist government's severe repression, have shown their firm commitment in the unity of all Tibetans. The day-long celebration also witnessed an array of cultural performances and presentation of awards to thank former settlement officers, officials and other NGOs members for their services towards the Dhondenling settlement. Norzin of the Department of Information and International Relations of Central Tibetan Administration attended the Golden Jubilee celebration of the Kollegal Dhondenling Sambhota Tibetan School as the chief guest on 18 February. Kalon is the former student of the school and local resident of Kollegal Dhondenling Tibetan settlement. As the chief guest, Kalon expressed her appreciation and admiration for the outstanding contributions of former principals, teachers and staff members who provided quality education to students for over 50 years. The jubilant atmosphere was filled with enthusiasm and pride as the students, staff and guests celebrated the occasion with joy and gratitude. The day-long event featured career exhibitions, sports and Tibetan cultural performances by former and current students. On February 19 to 20, Deputy Speaker Norzin of the Tibetan Parliament in Exile graced the Golden Jubilee celebration of the Kollegal Dhondenling Tibetan settlement. The Deputy Speaker delivered a keynote address at the celebration held at Karnataka and presided over the inauguration of S. Nijalingappa Memorial Cup. The occasion was attended by Tibetan parliamentarian Khenpo Jampe Tenzin, the Secretary of the Nija Lingapa Trust, and various distinguished guests and general public. The unique cultural tradition of Tibet was showcased at the Australian capital of Canberra during the 3-day National Multicultural Festival from 16 to 18 February. Thousands of Canberrans were treated to delicious Tibetan cuisine, performances and culture as the Tibetan community in Canberra once again participated in the festival. The stall was visited by ACT Chief Minister, the Honourable Andrew Barr, who thanked the Tibetan community for their ongoing contributions to the broader Canberra community. The Tibetan Culture Centre, an undertaking of the Office of Tibet based in Canberra, also participated in the festival and distributed books by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, in addition to general info on Tibet. Tibet support groups in Japan held its annual meeting on 18 February, organized by Save Tibet Network, Tibet House Japan and the Tibetan Community Japan. During the meet, Makino Sishu, chairman of the Save Tibet Network, Ishikawa Akimasa, member of parliament and general secretary of Japan Parliamentary Support Group for Tibet, and secretary Kama Chuing of the Department of Information and International Relations, spoke on current situation of Tibet to the members. Dr. Tsawang Gebo Arya, representative of the Liaison Office of His Holiness the Dalai Lama for Japan and East Asia, updated the members on the activities of the office, and among other things, he talked about the plan of action for the year 2024 and the concept of Tibet Village in Japan, and requested their support. On 19 February, Representative Kesang Genzebawa of the Office of Tibet Taiwan, accompanied by Coordinator Thupten Siring of Bureau de Tibet Paris, paid a courtesy call on Francois Chichung Wu, Taiwanese representative to France, and Santi Su, President of Association Formose and France in Paris. They talked about potential future joint ventures during a productive meeting. That is all the news for this week's edition of Tibet This Week. Thank you for watching Tibet TV.